Hello and welcome to the Musician's Journey. I'm George Martin, and this video is actually all about recording a song in a very short space of time. I recently joined a online musicians social media network called Camuso. I think that's how it's pronounced, Camuso. I joined them just over a month ago, and it's basically a club, if you like, social network for musicians to help each other, collaborate, critique each other's music, absolutely free. One of the things that they do, they have challenges, various challenges. One of the challenges is a monthly songwriting challenge, whereby the members vote on a theme, and that theme, the most popular theme, is the theme of the song for that month. And at the end of the month, those that have submitted songs, there's a listening party, whereby those that have submitted, their songs are played, and they talk about the songs, they talk about the lyrics, the production, they talk about whatever they want. So I decided that this month's theme for April, called Last Chances, that's the theme. And I thought, it's a good challenge actually to write and record a song on a theme. And so I decided to do it. Now, unfortunately, what with the pressures of my day job, I've been very busy. I've not left myself a lot of time. It's now Thursday, the 20th of April, and I have to submit the song on Thursday, the 27th of April. So I've got a week. So what I'm going to do over the course of the next week and record, and what you'll see in this video, is I'll share how I came up with the lyrics for the theme of The Last Chance. I shall record the drums. I shall record the bass, record the rhythm guitars, record the lead guitars, record the main vocal, backing vocals, and then arrange the song, mix the song, dry mix, dynamic mix, master the song, and submit the song up to Camuso. That's what I'm about to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is talk about the lyrics, how I came up with the lyrics. Or did I come up with the lyrics? When I first decided to have a go at this challenge, I knew that I would be pushed for time, and writing lyrics can be quite a time-consuming thing. Because I knew I was pushed for time, I thought, you know what? ChatGPT. So I put into ChatGPT, I can't remember the exact phrase, but write me a song based on Last Chances, and this is what it came up with. So it's got a verse, a chorus, a second verse, a chorus, a bridge, a chorus, and an outro. I looked at the words and I thought, okay, I quite like them. They scan quite well, and I started to get a bit of an idea of what I would do rhythmically with the song. But obviously, I didn't want to totally cheat, if you like. Is it cheating? It felt a bit like cheating, and I wanted to make it more mine. So I took what was there and restructured it and rewrote bits and pieces of it. So what I'll do now is we'll look at ChatGPT version on the left, my version on the right. So what it's about is about a guitarist who's recording a song, and he's recording the solo. This guy in the song, could be me, has recorded this solo over and over again, and it's almost like the producer said, right, one more go, you got one more chance to do this, and so that's what the song's talking about. We're about to do it. I didn't get there. And then eventually, as we get through the song, as we get to a certain point in the song, he nails the solo. So that's one of the things I've got to do, is come up with a kick-ass solo. I looked at the first verse. I'm standing here with a heavy heart. I originally started working with this song with quite a bluesy feel. I don't actually know what I'm going to end up recording. I've got a kind of a bluesy feel in my head, but I've also got a kind of more upbeat bluesy rock type feel, so I don't know what's going to come out yet until I start recording. So here I sit. There's the only change there. Wondering where did it all fall apart? Oh, that should be wondering where it all fell apart. So it's, the minor changes are just about the scanning, how the lyrics sort of roll off the tongue and how easy it would be to sing. Every choice I've made of mistakes is the same. Feels like there's no more chances to take versus feels like there's no more chances left to take. Now, this is where the first main change comes in, is at the end of that verse. The plan is to have a whole load of voices shouting, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And then silence, and then no, and then into the chorus. The chorus, maybe, along with chant, it's very, very similar. Obviously, I'm tweaking it to make it more about the song. So instead of to shine bright and break free from the past as the last line of the chorus, I've said no one's listening yet. After the second verse, same thing happens. Here we go, come on. No. And another chorus. Then we have a bridge, and this is absolutely the last chance. I've got to make it work. Here we go. And then you get the solo. I've got an idea of how the song should sound. So I need to put down a guide track, a guitar guide track, work out what the tempo is so that I can then actually work on the drums. If I go across to my inputs, that'll do. Okay, let's get this in tune. So I did actually record a little snippet of this when I had the idea. Recorded a little snippet on my guitar, on my phone, just as a reminder for me to what it should sound like. That's a cool little. Okay. So, it's kind of a. It's at 68 beats per minute. Where are you? 68 beats per minute. 68 beats per minute. I'm good with that. It's kind of it's kind of a Quo influence there, isn't it? I wouldn't say my music was necessarily heavily influenced by Quo. This one seems to be. I'm a big Quo fan. So it is kind of a boogie, sort of 12-bar shuffly feel, isn't it? So I've got a guide track, very badly played, it doesn't matter, it's just rough guide. Wasn't actually bang on the click, but it's going to be fine. So now I need to work out the sections and start putting the drum in there, and that's what I'm going to do. Better check any comms, carburetor on it, so I'll put the poster on now, husband. Just stuff that happens when you're down in the studio and you get people to feed you. That's ridiculous. There was one I actually liked earlier on. I've forgotten what it was. Okay, so I've got a selection of bits that I like. Okay, well that's the drums sorted out. Doing the drums is one of the time-consuming things for me anyway. I like to get it right, and it takes a bit of time. I'm not 100% sure that it is right. I might tweak it later on, but you can easily do that because it's MIDI. So this is what the drums are. I won't play from the very beginning because there's gaps where the drums aren't playing. So if we start at the first verse, we have... There you go, sounds like drums. So I'm going to move on to recording the first guitar part. First take done. Probably not in focus. In focus there. Mic, whatever. Take two, done. Ooh. Well, that's the guitars tracked. Have a quick look here. You see we've got, open all these up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 5 takes on that one, which is going to be pan to the left. 4 takes on that one, pan to the right. Well, 5 takes on that one, pan to the left, and 7 takes there, but some of those are just punging in on certain sections. The next thing to do is put on the bass. Now, ordinarily I would put the bass in after the drums, but because this song has patches with no drums playing, there'll be no guide for the bass, so I put the guitars down first, so they'll guide the bass, as it were. Obviously that's them recorded, not yet comped. I'm trying to get all the recording out of the way this time, and then I'll sit and have a big comping and tidying up session. So, bass next. Okay, so here I am back again, ready to do the solo. Different guitar. Still a Les Paul, but this is my Epiphone Les Paul rather than my Gibson. That will do just for the sound while I'm recording. Don't think the last take was that good. I think the one before it was pretty good actually.
Sit with a heavy heart, wonder where it all fell apart. Every choice I made, every mistake, feels like there's no more chances to take.
Here we go. 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 Here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Do you want me to change my voice?
What were you thinking of changing it to?
Well, Mariah Carey, Beyonce.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Okay, that is all the recording done. All the guitars, rhythm, lead, bass, drums done, main vocals, a little bit of backing vocals, and the crowd chant that I need. So I actually haven't listened to this bit yet, so let's just do that. Put the Vox in. I mean, the Vox is the main vocal. I've not done the comping and repitching yet, but let's have a listen to what we've got.
It's like there's no more chances to take.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
That sounds really good. I'm glad I got a female voice. That was my wife, by the way.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
No, that's good. I'm pleased with that. I am very pleased. Next job, but it won't be today. Well, for you, it'd be fine. It'd be immediate, but it's now 5:15 on a Saturday. I've been in here since, I don't know, all day. So I've been down here since about 11, I think. So 6 hours, pretty much solid. Now I can focus on comping and mixing and arranging and pulling this track together. And yep, I'll see you when I start doing that. Okay, so back again. Not really a difference for you, but it's Sunday morning. So now I'm starting to do the comping. Now, if you don't know what comping is, it's compiling. It's taking the takes of a particular instrument and taking the best bit of each take and compiling it into one master take to give the best performance. I'm going to start with, again, ordinarily I would probably start with the bass, but in this case, because I've got bits of the song where there's silence, no bass, I'm going to start with one of the guitar tracks. So, for example, let's take this one. What I shall do with that is show all the takes, listen through to it, and pick up the best bits. Okay, so that's one guitar done. So that's the left and right. So it's two tracks, but it's one guitar, so it's doubled. And this is what it sounds like. Obviously not mixed, the drums are very quiet there. So I've got this second guitar 2, and I've got the left and right channels. And as you can see, again, lots of takes, comp them together, put them together with guitar 1, and we have a fuller sound. So that's what I'm about to start doing now. Okay, that's the guitars done. It's now Sunday afternoon. So the next thing to do is comp the bass. Here we go. On the bass, comping, you know the score by now, so you don't have to sit through it. Okay, that's all the guitars done, the bass, both basses. I don't know how much of the second bass I'm going to use, but nevertheless it's there, it's comped. All the guitars, left and right, done, and the solo comped as well. I'm ready to move on to the next bit, which is going to be vocals. I'll let you hear the beginning of the solo, just because it's comped and it's ready to go. It's all pre-mixed, pre-effects. It's just purely as recorded. That's all you get. you get to see the full track at the end. So now I'm going to be moving on to tidy up these vocals. This is just the chant, because I need to drop it into various places. Again, it's all pre-mixed, but this is what we've got.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Nope. Into the chorus. Right, so what I've done with the background, the Here We Go vocals, the crowd chant, I've panned them all over the place. So basically, hard left, hard right, half left, half right, quarter, quarter, eighth, eighth. There's 10. There's 10 of each. There's 30 in total. So and it sounds like this now.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
In the context of the mix, again, it's pre-mixed.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, so now I need to comp the vocals, and following which I'll use repitch on them to try and bring them into slightly better tune than they are at the moment, as I'm sure they're not brilliant. Okay, it's late Monday afternoon now. I need to start the mixing process. One of the things I'm going to do first is what's known as a dry mix or a fader mix, which is basically just trying to get the volume balance across all of the tracks correct, get the panning in place. This is without using any effects, no effects whatsoever at this point. It's just purely a kind of a balance and panning. Mute everything bar the drums. Okay, and then I shall go and start on the mix of them. Right, so here we go then. It's Monday evening. All of the tracks are now comped, and I have done a rough balance, which I'm just about to play. That's where I am so far. The next thing I'm about to do is start working on some of the more, the dynamic, the plugins, EQ, compression, that kind of thing. My alarm telling me to put the bins out. Okay, I'm back again. It's now late Wednesday afternoon. So what happened to Tuesday? Well, I did do a lot of stuff on Tuesday actually. I just didn't record any. Well, I didn't record any of it video-wise. It was just more mixing and a little bit of tracking. I realised that my vocals just weren't good enough for this song, and fortunately for me, my wife volunteered to lay down some vocals for me. And she's a marginally better singer than I am. So I spent Tuesday evening tracking her vocals, comping them, putting them through repitch, doing some vocal thickening, which I'll show you in a second what that is. So you can see here, I have this folder here called Thicken. My wife, well, Emma, as you can see here, that's her name, Emma. And this is a section of tracks. A selection of tracks that I'm using for this thickening technique, and I'll show you what it is in a second. So you can see here there are a total of 8 tracks. What vocal thickening does, it does exactly what it says on the tin. If I mute that for the moment, we just have a listen to, and again this is all pre-processing of other than the comping and a bit of repitch that I did. It will sound better in the final mix. We just listen to the vocal on its own.
Here I sit with a heavy heart, wondering where it all fell apart.
So you can see it's what it is. And now I'll play it and I'll bring in the thickening, and you'll hear a slight difference. It's very subtle.
Every choice I make, every mistake, feels like there's no more choices to take.
But basically all it does is it just provides a little bit of width and depth, but quite subtly. Within the context of the whole mix, it just sounds a fuller vocal. And the way we do this, and this is something I learned from a guy called, I didn't personally, we didn't sit down and talk about this because he's a famous guy and I'm not. So, Warren Hewitt, who's he runs a YouTube channel called Produce Like a Pro, very good channel. I watched his channel and he talked about vocal thickening and he showed how to do it. And so all I did was copy step by step exactly what he did. And it's basically you get your main vocal track, there it is, and you create 8 duplicate copies of them. There they are. And then you take all of these copies and you set time stretch to solo. And then what you do is you take 4 of the tracks and you pan them hard left, and you take the remaining 4 and pan them hard right. And then you add a delay and a tuning fine adjustment to each of them. So if you look at this first one, you can see that I've added in a 10 millisecond delay, because that's what he said to do. So 10 millisecond delay, and I was going to show you the fact that I detuned it by a certain amount, which would have been, there it is, there's my list of how to do it, a 10 millisecond delay and a -3 cents tuning. Cents being an increment of tuning. I think there's 100 cents in a semitone. So in effect, what I'm doing there is changing the tuning by 3/100ths of a semitone, which is very, very subtle. And then what you do is you take the next track and you give it 24 millisecond delay, and then a 10 on that one, and then a 24 on that one, and then that's the 4 on the left, and on the 4 on the right you do the same, but it's opposite. So where that one's 10 milliseconds, the one on the right is 24 milliseconds, and that's 24, that's 10. And the tuning adjustments are -3, +6, -9, +12, and the opposite on the other side. You can find this stuff if you look at Produce Like a Pro or look like vocal thickening. I'm sure there are other techniques for vocal thickening as well. This is just one that I've followed. What I really need to do, I know I've got to do some work on the vocals. I've made some notes here about some thoughts that sort of occurred to me as I was lying in bed last night. I'm going to have a listen to the song all the way through, make some further notes, and then go in and try and tweak, fix anything that I think has cropped up. On the chant, it just sounds a little bit muffled. Yep, that sounds fine to me. I made a note that I didn't think the bass was punching through enough. It sounded a little bit on the muffled side, so just listen to that again and make sure that I'm right on that. That's interesting, that sounded fine. I'm wondering if it was to do with having the vocals in, and it was because I haven't processed the vocals yet. I shouldn't think so.
But maybe, just maybe, you can have one more chance to make it right, to make it fix, 'cause no one's listening yet.
Okay, so I've tweaked and fixed the things that I needed, or I thought I needed to tweak and fix. What I want to do now is actually focus in on this. clearly a lot more work to do on that. Yeah, a lot. Looking at the time and now getting into Wednesday evening, I need to go and eat something. Right, finished mixing, apart from on the master bus. So what I'll do in a minute is I'll play the song from start to finish. I don't think you've heard it from start to finish, not if I've edited the video correctly.
Here I sit with a heavy heart, wondering where it all fell apart. Every choice I make, every mistake, feels like there's no more choices to take.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Nope.
But maybe, just maybe, we can have one more chance to make it right, to make it fit. 'Cause no one's listening yet. I've been holding back, I've been playing it safe, afraid to step out of my comfort place. But now I see time is running out, I have to get over this musical drought.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Nope.
But maybe, just maybe, we can have one more chance to make it right, to make it fit. 'Cause no one's listening yet. I won't give up, I won't give in, I'll keep on pushing till the very end. I'll take this last chance and make it count, and make this all one.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
But maybe, just maybe, we can have one more chance to make it right, to make it fit. 'Cause no one's listening yet. I'll take this last chance and I won't look back. I'll embrace the future and improve the track. I'll make the most of what's in my hands. That could be my last chance.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Well, there you go. I made it. I got it all written, recorded, mixed, arranged, and submitted. And I shall be attending the listening party where people will discuss and critique my song. So, if you've liked the video, do what I always ask. Please like, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and I'll see you on the next one.